A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic development, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is set to lead a delegation to Saudi Arabia for direct negotiations with Russian officials aimed at addressing the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. This trip follows a pivotal phone call between former President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, during which both leaders expressed a commitment to initiate discussions to seek an end to the war. However, the situation remains fluid, as the composition of the negotiating parties may change in the lead-up to the talks. According to a U.S. official, the administration views these early-stage negotiations as a critical opportunity to pave the way for a potential leaders' summit between Trump and Putin later this month. The official noted that while the talks are primarily between U.S. and Russian officials, there are no definitive timelines for when negotiations will commence. The announcement of the talks has not been well received by Ukrainian officials. Mikhailo Podolyak, an advisor to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, firmly stated that Ukraine would not accept any peace deal reached without its involvement. Podolyak emphasized that the current conditions do not warrant negotiations, asserting that Russia is not ready for negotiations. This sentiment reflects the broader concerns in Kyiv regarding the potential sidelining of Ukraine in discussions that could significantly impact its sovereignty and territorial integrity. The situation escalated further when Ukrainian officials denied reports suggesting that a Ukrainian delegation would participate in the Saudi talks, describing the announcement as a surprise. Podolyak reiterated Ukraine's position, stating, "There is nothing on the negotiating table that would be worth discussing." Meanwhile, President Zelensky attended the Munich Security Conference, where he met with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance. During their conversation, Zelensky expressed Ukraine's readiness to pursue a path toward genuine and guaranteed peace. He acknowledged Trump's commitment to assist in halting the war and ensuring security guarantees for Ukraine. The upcoming talks in Saudi Arabia have raised eyebrows among European leaders, who fear being left out of critical negotiations that could shape the future of the region. Polish Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski announced that European leaders would convene in Paris for an emergency summit to address concerns over the U.S.'s approach to peace talks with Russia. This gathering aims to unify European perspectives and ensure that their interests are adequately represented in any potential agreements. U.S. officials have indicated that European representatives will not be present at the Saudi negotiations, a decision that has drawn criticism and concern from various European capitals. National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Middle East Envoy Steve Witkoff are expected to accompany Secretary Rubio to Riyadh, while U.S. Special Envoy for Ukraine and Russia, Keith Kellogg, will not attend as he is engaged in other diplomatic efforts in Europe. As the situation unfolds, the international community remains watchful of the developments in Saudi Arabia, understanding that the outcomes of these talks could have far-reaching implications not only for Ukraine but also for global security dynamics. The potential for a Trump-Putin summit looms large, and the stakes could not be higher as the world grapples with the consequences of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and the broader geopolitical landscape. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.